Good evening. I want to thank all of you for coming. My name is Dr. Henry Yodi. I'm the Vice Provost for Academic Diversity. And we're going to try and do something different here. And that is, I'd like for us to have a conversation. I'll have questions, and I want you to react to those questions as brief as you can. And then we'll go from there. This is an opportunity for us to, because there's quite a few folks who want to learn about your experiences at Lehigh. And the advice you will have for others who are going to be coming after you, and the donor who is very anxious to also interested in your experience. So we are going to start. I want you to introduce yourself, your name, your major, and your hometown. And we just have everybody answer that question.
Okay, I will start. I am Fernando Lafort. I am studying mechanical engineering here at Lehigh, and I am from San Diego, California.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Angela Yates. I'm studying industrial systems engineering in the Global Citizenship Program, and I'm from Upper Darby, PA.
I'm Sydney O'Neill. I'm a bioengineering major with concentration in pharmaceutical engineering, and I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
Okay.
My name is Brig Mamo. I'm a computer science and business major from Mount Laurel, New Jersey.
Great.
I'm Brendan Harris. I'm an electrical engineering and physics major, and I am from Watchung, New Jersey.
Okay.
Hi everyone, I'm Krista Mejia. I'm in the IDEAS program, which stands for the Integrated Degree in Engineering, Arts, and Sciences. The engineering piece is environmental engineering, the arts and sciences, I have 3, so it's women, gender, sexuality studies, health, medicine, society, and political science.
Wow. Okay.
Hey guys, I'm Gonzalo Cavero. I'm studying chemical engineering here at Lehigh, and I'm from Pompton Place, New Jersey.
That's great. Thank you. Now, what are a few highlights of your Lehigh experience? Just brief, 1 or 2 highlights you think that speaks to your Lehigh experience. Anyone?
I'll start off. So one of my biggest highlights was going to South Korea in January of 2016 as part of study abroad. Some of my other highlights have been emceeing a bunch of events, including a big one with Kristen in Baker Hall. And in a couple weeks, the biggest one will be graduating.
Anyone else? Next.
One of my biggest highlights here would be meeting my first close group of friends, and it's amazing how we've become a family now. Also, another one would be finally first seeing my first A in in a class, because it's the first time reaching an A. It's a pretty big accomplishment in the college level.
Yes.
And also seeing my first really bad grade, because there's always going to be highs and there's always going to be lows, but I'm here now.
Yes.
I'll go next.
That's great.
One of my biggest highlights was getting my work-study job here at Lehigh, and it was very interesting because they kind of turned into a second family for myself. So it was nice, as I'm there for a lot of the time during the week, and I got to know other staff in the UC, which is a university center here at Lehigh. And the second highlight would be my mountaintop experience, in which I did research, and I got to know professors and collaborate with other students.
Okay. That's great.
So I have 3 different highlights. My first one is when I went to Costa Rica for an Ayacuca internship. So I was interning with a forestry engineer there. I was also speaking Spanish the whole time. It was a great experience. My second is pledging from my sorority LTA, Lambda Theta Alpha Latin Sorority Incorporated. It was one of the most amazing experiences I've had here at Lehigh. It's made me a much more courageous and much more confident woman. And my third one is going to Ghana for a month and doing research on water accessibility and water quality there in Ghana.
Yes, one of my highlights was over spring break, I got to go to the American Physics Society and present some of the research I've been working on for the past year. And I thought that was pretty fun because then I got to go to essentially a professional physics event with my research group and present my work, which was also really nice. But also I got to see a lot of the other high-level work people in the field were doing, which was really fun, and I learned a lot.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah. My first highlight is last year when I broke the school record for indoor triple jump, because I finally felt like it all came together after 3 years of doing track and breaking my body and my spirit doing it. I was like, yeah, I got one. So, and then after that, the season was really well. My teammates everyone knows your name, when you have an accomplishment. So I met more people on the team, and it's been like a very, very close family since then.
Okay, that's great. Well, in fact, you just came in, and thanks for making the trip.
Oh, yeah.
I've asked everybody to sort of introduce their name, their major, and where they come from.
Okay. I'm Kiana Wright, and I'm from Bel Air, Maryland, and my major is material science and engineering.
Okay, that's great. Did everybody talk about the highlights?
No.
Okay.
One of my biggest highlights was getting my first research experience here. It allowed me to pretty much use a lot of the things that I learned in class and apply them to actual real world situations and build new things and just think of my own ideas and make them something tangible. That was pretty cool. Another thing that I think will be pretty groundbreaking is going to Ghana this summer. I'm doing research, something in regards to malaria. I haven't really decided exactly what I'm going to do yet, but I think that would be pretty cool.
You left out the part where you built a hammer that smashes cells.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
Yes.
And my, biggest highlight would be being an orientation leader. So I was part of the orientation program for 3 years, which kind of gave me opportunities to kind of grow professionally and also find my own leadership style and kind of grow a lot of confidence. So I really enjoyed that.
That's great. Do we have everybody respond to the highlights?
Yes, we did.
Okay. Now, knowing what you know now, what advice would you give to the next generation of Greer Scholars?
I can go first.
All right.
Coming into college, you're going to be a minority person in STEM, and you're going to hear a lot of things like, maybe minority people don't earn as much, or like all these things that are going to make you feel like, why should I try that hard, or what can I accomplish? And it sounds silly for someone to say, just know you can do like really well. You can do equally as well, but you actually need someone to remind you that. So don't feel ashamed or feel silly if you do need someone to remind you that you are equal and you can do just as well, if not better, than everybody else here.
That's great.
A big thing for me that I've learned is to advocate for yourself. So you have gotten into Lehigh, which is an amazing feat. Congratulations to you. But what comes after that, there's a lot of opportunity here, and you have to make sure that you grab it for yourself. And also when you're asking for help and telling people that you need something or that you want something, you deserve it because you got here. I mean, you had the grades, you worked very, very hard in high school to be here, and so make sure that in your mind you know that you're deserving of everything that you want here at Lehigh and beyond as well.
I would say, going along that line, start strong and stay strong. For my opinion, starting off it would be a little hard, or it was a little hard. So like Kristen said, don't be afraid to ask for help. I know that was kind of hard for me, coming from high school where you're used to, or it's at least a little bit easier than here at Lehigh. I was kind of scared to ask for help, so definitely don't be scared of asking for help.
Yeah, along those lines, don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Everyone's in the same spot when you get here as a freshman. You're one, and there's so many people to meet, and you should always never be afraid to ask for help from someone else because they're always going to be in the same shoes as you are, and your professors are always there to help you out. And it might be scary at first, but in the end, you will make it, and that's why we're all here now.
For me, I would say budgeting is probably like the biggest one. Like kind of all financial literacy in general. I know in my high school they didn't really teach you anything about financial literacy, whether it came to taxes or student loans or how to make a budget in the first place, needs versus wants, all that. So I think figuring all that out the earlier you can will set you up better for, savings, investments, whatever you want to do with your money.
I would say be sure to talk to a lot of professors and students about cool stuff that's going on around here, because at college, especially since going in, you might not know what you want to do, especially with your life and career afterwards. So it's a good idea to try and see what you're interested in and then try it, because there's a lot of opportunities in different fields and projects-wise going on around Lehigh. So it'd be beneficial to get involved with that, see what you like, see what you don't, and then it would make graduation and what to do next all the easier, because then okay, I like this, and I don't like this, and it will help planning your life out be easier.
That's great.
I would say build your resume from day one. So I wasted a lot of time going home for the summer, hanging out with my family, which is a lot of fun. But I missed a lot of opportunities to have internships and get a lot of experience under my belt that kind of cost me in the long run. When now I'm kind of like trying to catch up. So from day one, kind of get involved in stuff with professors, professional things, and always be building that resume with whatever you're doing.
I would say step outside of your comfort zone. Do things that you otherwise wouldn't have done if you weren't at Lehigh, study abroad, be in play, like join the dance team. Just do things that will make you a more well-rounded person and have thoroughly experienced Lehigh.
Okay. That's great. Do we have everybody respond to that advice? Mm-hmm. You know, it's an amazing thing that you all are seniors. I remember the first week. First week showing up early. I'm so proud. I mean, it's just an amazing thing. Now, now that you're all seniors, and on top of that, you, over the past 4 years, you came in as Greer Scholars. An impressive name to be known as scholars on this campus. Now, if your parents or guardian, whoever is responsible for you, were sitting in this room, what would be your message to them? What would you tell them?
I would say thanks for believing me, because sometimes there's been times where I just wanted to give up, and they've just pushed me and they've helped me emotionally to make it through, and just thanks for just trusting that I can finish this. And
and also thank you, but also that my degree is for them too. I think being a first generation student and my family didn't get the opportunity to go to college, I think I'm doing this so they can kind of live through me. When I walk across the stage at graduation, they're walking with me. So it's everything I do is for my family.
I would say thank you for supporting me, especially for my mom. I know a lot of people in my family weren't really comfortable with the distance and just the demographic of Lehigh in general. So my mom was the person who was supportive from day one and thoroughly, just completely through the 4 years. So I would say thank you there.
Yes.
Relating to Sydney, I would say the same thing. Thank you for basically being my backbone. Being from California, it was hard to switch to Lehigh, in terms of even demographics and just not having the same people around you. I came from a very diverse place, so I would just say thank you, and for always believing in me and not giving up.
Thanks for paying my tuition.
That's important.
That's right.
Yeah. Anything else?
I think I would also say thanks along the lines of I'm an only child. My parents, it's not like they had a ton of parenting experience before they had me. If they did, they have some explaining to do. But that's something that I didn't really fully comprehend and process until I'm out of my teenage years and out of high school, and I'm here, living on my own and stuff like that. And I thank them for the people that they were, helping me be who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say, looking back, I didn't understand how much of an angsty teen I was until now, because I'm not an angsty teen anymore. I'm more mature, so thank you for putting up with me, and I never appreciated how much wisdom they had until looking back. And we're actually friends now. We can go to bars together and stuff, and they tell me funny stories, and it's so great to be friends with my parents because they have so much wisdom to share that I never appreciated before. So sorry about that, and thank you.
So for me, I think everyone said, thank you so much for supporting me and everything that I've done, for always being my number one fan, because that has been amazing for me when I have definitely felt like I could not be here and I did not deserve to be here. But I also want to say that thank you so much for struggling to get me here, because y'all are the real MVPs. The struggle that you had gone through just to get to the United States in and of itself, but then also to get a job and be able to put me through high school and then to be able to support me through college. That has been something that I'm extremely blessed to have, and I know that many people do not have. So thank you so much for that.
Did we have everybody respond to that question? I think we did. It's a little over 4 years ago. we had a conversation with an alum of Lehigh University by the name of Dr. Carl Greer, who hasn't been back since he graduated in 1962. And one that made a commitment. He wanted to put his money towards supporting students who come from underrepresented backgrounds. And he wanted those students to be in engineering, to get a degree in engineering. So him being part of making the investment here is remarkable. And we appreciate that. If he and his wife were sitting in this room with us, what would be your message to both of them?
I would say thank you very much for everything that they've done, and it wouldn't have been possible to attend Lehigh without their help and monetary help, because that was one of the main restrictions for myself. And I still remember the day I actually got the change in my financial aid package, because I didn't have it before. And once I saw that aid come in, I decided I would be able to come to Lehigh.
And I would say that the Greer Scholars, it wasn't just about money for me. Well, I mean, like, before I came here, it was about money. But then sitting in that room on the first day of school, you know, like, these people they became my friends in that first day, right? I mean, Kristen's all right, I guess, but, like, so, yeah, it became a community.
Yeah.
And that's something I'm appreciative of.
Anyone else? What will be your message to talk to Mrs.?
I'll pretty much say the same thing. Like, thank you so much for investing in my future and believing in me before you even knew who I was. Yeah, they're the reason that I'm sitting here right now, that I've been able to stay here the whole 4 years. And thank you for giving me a wonderful community of people like me that I can relate to and that I can talk to when I'm in need.
Yeah, for me, I echo all those thoughts, but I also want to add on to it, not even just for us, but just believing in people of color in general. That is something that a lot of people that are privileged and that have money and that are empowered in our society do not think about. And for you to be able to give back to us years and years and years later after you've graduated Lehigh, and you could have just forgotten about it and said bye, you didn't. So I extremely appreciate that and everything that you've done for all of us, because again, like everyone's saying, without you I wouldn't be here.
You know, along the same lines, I would say thank you, like, for believing in people like me, because I think just the fact that you felt like it was so important to put your money to people who look like me and in STEM fields when I didn't even think that I could ever get an engineering degree. I think it just made me believe in myself, because I knew that you were somewhere. You're investing so much time and effort and money in me, so I kind of had to keep going and kind of do it for you as well as myself. So I thank you and appreciate you for that.
Yeah, again, thanks for the monetary support, as well as thanks for coming in to actually meet us. I thought that was pretty interesting. There was a call like 2 years ago, and then you met us in person like last semester. I thought that was pretty fun. So thanks for doing that.
Thank you for believing in me and for supporting me. And you didn't even know us 4 years ago, and I really appreciate the investment you made in order for us to attend the school, and I want to thank you for that.
Thank you for putting together this community and also continuing it for the first years that we can talk to about our experiences. It's such a profound community, and you started it, which is an amazing thing to do. So thank you for your help.
That's great. I am personally. I'm so excited about all of you and so proud that you all have helped to change Lehigh, and that change is going to be a change that is going to remain a legacy that you're going to leave, not only for the College of Engineering and Applied Science, but for the university and for this entire community. So it is. I'm so proud of all of you. I want you to know that. If I haven't said it, I'm saying it now. It is exciting. I'm looking forward to your graduation and your next step in life, because you're going to go out, graduate, get your Lehigh degree, and in some cases degrees, because some of you are going to stay for graduate studies, and some of you are going to go off to graduate studies elsewhere and do some really interesting things and help to continue to make this world a better place. So, congratulations, and I love you all dearly. So I thank you for the time that you are here to be part of this conversation. And this is a conversation that is going to be played so many times, from now till, I don't know, till whenever. So, thank you.
Thank you.